Hey guys. Okay, so we're going to try this again. Apparently there was no sound the last time that I jumped in here and gave you a recap. And this was such a great day of calls that it's super important that I share with you what our students learned today. So at 8:30, we started off with our masters, and they are focused on the topic of maintenance right now. So, of course, there is a weight loss journey that leads to maintenance. And I know personally, maintenance always eluded me. And I also know why. And it's through solving the mind math of my unintentional thoughts that now I understand why maintenance always, forever eluded me. And so I think that there were some really big ahas in that class today. And then immediately following, we went into our self-made mind and body class. And that class is made up of newbies. These are the people that come into the program, they want to lose weight, and they're expecting us to hand them a script of things to do, right? Because that's what every other weight loss program does. They give you this kind of rigid, this is what you do, this is what you don't do, right? But in Self-Made Mind and Body and at Self-Made You, we teach the 4 basics: solving the mind math, eating the foods that fuel you, learning to collect data to make your decisions from so that you don't rely on dramatic thoughts, and then fasting. And we fast because we want to balance out your insulin and have better metabolic health. That's the reason why we fast. So we know that it's solving the mind math. It is the foundation to everything that we teach. And that's why we get such great results. The people that skip that basic out of the 4, and maybe they only focus on eating the foods that fuel them or fasting, you will quickly realize that it's not sustainable. The way that we create sustainable weight loss, AKA maintenance, is through managing your thoughts and your emotions, solving the mind math. So I used to have a thought that this is not going to be doable forever, as did several of our clients, which makes you feel entitled. Now, unless you're willing to get honest with yourself, you probably won't recognize that feeling of entitlement. You're probably going to say that that's a feeling of defeat, right? I don't know how to lose weight, or it's not doable forever. I'm not capable of that. But it's a sneaky thought that makes you feel entitled, that has you showing up, excusing the 4 basics, not feeling 100% committed, not trying to understand yourself, which therefore keeps you in the forever cycle of all of these things, of continuing to live the life that you tell us you so desperately want out of. So when we're talking about maintenance, it's, even if you're not in maintenance yet, it's so good to know what the thoughts are around it. So Jen, what were some of your takeaways? Jen is substituting for our advisor, Dr. Jen. And so she sat in on the calls today. Curious to know what your thoughts were.
I don't get the opportunity as much because I'm doing things behind the scenes to be part of these phone calls. So getting to be a part of this and actually like witness these aha moments. So we had, like Tracy said, we had a student that she had this aha moment about how our thoughts become our results, and specifically in regards to maintenance. And you could just see everybody else's face go, oh my gosh, yeah. So it's so important to be part of these group calls. Just because you get to experience that and you get to normalize some of the things that you're feeling and then have these aha moments together. So that was really cool to see. But I think the highlights, just even for me and in regards to our students, was just dropping the drama. So when it comes to maintenance, we can drop the drama by focusing on the data. So when we're focused on the data, it allows us to not make these like overly dramatized, catastrophized statements. Like Tracy said, I fall off the wagon, or there's no wagon. And so we just tend to be overly dramatic. But when we have the data to support kind of the decisions that we make moving forward, it makes all the difference. And then another cool topic that we talked about was kind of conquering the scale, because when we do talk about maintenance, a lot of people think maintaining is maintaining a certain weight. So they have to continue to step on the scale every day. And then they have these emotional roller coasters when they're not at the weight that they want to be, or so on and so forth. So they're putting so much emphasis on the scale. So Tracy talks specifically about how we can conquer the scale while still trying to maintain maintenance and not put so much emphasis on that. Because again, that's drama. The scale can bring drama, it can trigger a lot of feelings. So really cool to see. And it was really cool to watch those aha moments across the board. So very cool.
Yeah. And actually next month for masters, the topic is conquering circumstances. So we'll use things like the scale. So yeah, these masters have been through Self-Made Mind and Body, and now they are mastering the S, the E, the L, the F, the solving the mind map, the eating the foods that fuel you, the learning how to collect data, and the fasting. This is not something that we are all perfect at just because we've been through Self-Made Mind and Body. We're actually doing all of these things imperfectly because we are human. And these are people that are continuously learning more about themselves, which I don't know about you, but the more I learn about myself, the more accepting I am of myself. And so when you feel accepting of yourself, everything that you think, everything that you feel, the way you show up, life changes. And so I was telling our clients that when I'm looking at their tracker in their app, I always look at what they're feeling. Like, do I care about the weight loss? Yeah, I do. But what I care most about is how they're feeling, because then I know that is a result of what they're thinking. That's what matters to me, because then that's going to lead to behaviors that's going to create metabolic health, which will then be a byproduct of that is weight loss. So I look at it differently as the coach, but I know how to kind of cut to the chase. And because I have so many clients to be kind of managing, I look at how they're feeling and it tells me the story. And so I would highly recommend you getting honest with yourself. How are you feeling? Are you feeling entitled? Or are you feeling defeated? Are you feeling hopeful? Are you feeling willing to feel even the uncomfortable feelings? I highly recommend joining us in Self-Made Mind and Body. This is a program that you can sign up for today and you have immediate access to. And then you're invited to join us in these live calls every single Wednesday. You get all of the lessons through the app. You have access to a community through the app. You have access to me as your coach, Dr. Jen as the mental health expert, to Rhonda as your advisor. Like, you literally cannot go wrong. But I do know that there are a lot of thoughts around weight loss programs out there. And I would just challenge you to consider that you might be wrong, or that this program might be different, because it's so comprehensive. It's going to change your life in ways that you probably never thought possible. So anything else, Jen, that you want to talk about?
No, I was just thinking, and like you said, about watching the transition between our new students, our newbies, to then the masters, and how being able to look at those newbies and the things that the thoughts and the concerns that are going through their mind, and knowing that they're going to get there and they're going to have all that knowledge and power and control that our masters took back. And that's just really cool. And I'm excited for them. And then on top of that, don't forget to check out our blog. So www.selfmadeyou.com. Tracy just created a blog specifically on maintenance. And there's a special pro tip in there that she talks about that wasn't part of any of this. So you have to go to the article to read it. So check that out.
Awesome. All right, guys, we'll see you next week.
All right, bye.